What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey, I'm Sydney. Every single Thursday I sit down and I talk about the craziest true crime in every single state, the one that stuck out to me the most. So if you like true crime, you should subscribe. This is not my typical true crime Thursdays. Today's video is basically a startup video of a recent case that just happened literally like 11 days ago. This happened last Mother's Day on May 9th. I can't even begin to explain how crazy this case is already, and I can't wait for the further details to come out so that I can update you guys. So this is the first part of the Tristyn Bailey case. So let me update you guys of what's been going on with me. I know y'all are like, what? That's a different backdrop. But I just recently moved back home and I will be moving again in like a month or two. So just be ready for different backdrops. I've probably had like 50 different backdrops just with this series. I just want to let you guys know that I'm really sorry I was gone for a month. Everything changed. We went to playoffs and we lost out in the quarterfinals. I was going to be able to post, but we had to completely reschedule a playoff game on one of the Thursdays right after we had just played the second round of playoffs. We sadly lost out in the quarterfinals, but I'm still super proud of my girls. And then literally the following weekend, I moved out of my apartment, and now I am living back home with my parents. I don't have a lot of room to have a creative background like how I had, so thank God my two best friends, Hannah and Jordan, bought me this backdrop, and I'm so blessed to have you guys. So if y'all are watching this, I love you. But I have this backdrop now, and it's gonna be like this for a little bit. I'll be able to sit down fully now that I'm fully moved in and be able to post. So this happened not that long ago, and I also have my true crime videos saved for Thursday as well, and I'll be able to post that. But this case literally is so bizarre to me. So if you're interested in listening to this new case that just happened, please continue and listen to my updates. I will continuously post video updates with this case because it's literally shocking. If that is something you're interested in, please be sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the Tristyn Bailey case. On May 9th, 2021, 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey was tragically murdered by a fellow student, Aiden Fucci. Tristyn was only 13 years old and Aiden was only 14 years old. So this case happens in St. Johns County, Florida. Basically, the whole case takes place in this town. Tristyn was known to be a loving person and a really great athlete. Tristyn was in 7th grade at Patriot Oaks Middle School along with Aiden Fucci. Tristyn was also on the First Coast cheerleading team, and she was known to absolutely love the sport. She loved to be a cheerleader, and she had the personality to be a cheerleader. Her coaches described her having a positive attitude all the time. She was a great leader, and she actually won a few awards while on the team. Coaches just say that she just had such a lively personality, exactly the perfect type of cheerleader that you would think. I will be following the timeline on News4Jax that was released on that website. If that is something you're interested in to see the timeline, y'all can go click the link in my description and it'll take you to all of the links that I have so far of the case. So Mother's Day around 12 a.m. so Saturday night leading into Sunday on Mother's Day, Tristyn's family last saw her around exactly 12 a.m. Around 1:14 a.m. is whenever Tristyn was last seen wearing a white cheerleading skirt with a dark colored shirt at the Durbin Amenity Center. This center was located in northwest St. Johns County, and it was also near a pond as well. Around 1:45 a.m., two people that were matching the description of what Tristyn Bailey was wearing along with Aiden Fucci were seen on a video surveillance footage from a home located on Saddlestone Drive. 3:27 a.m. it shows a single individual walking back the opposite direction, but it doesn't necessarily say the clothes, the description. It doesn't say if it was Aiden, if it was Tristyn. It just says only one person from the direction that they were first walking in was only one person walking back. That same morning at 10 a.m. is whenever Tristyn's family report to the police that they need to file a report of a missing child because Tristyn is not found. At 10:59 a.m., the sheriff's department posts on all of their social media for all of the community to keep an eye out for Tristyn's appearance and her whereabouts, and just if they know any information to just let them know. 2:28 p.m. the same sheriff's department posts again, basically just asking the same thing, like, do you know any information about Tristyn's disappearance? We would really need your help right now. This is a child who could possibly be in danger. Just please be on the lookout for her. At 4:49 p.m. is when the Florida Department of Law Enforcement activates a missing child alert to the entire state, basically saying please keep an eye out, and if you know any information or have spotted her, please contact any law enforcement that is near you so that they could bring Tristyn home safe. A little over an hour, around 6 p.m. is whenever there was a body discovered in the search for Tristyn. A man who was walking around his neighborhood also searching found the body in a cul-de-sac in the woods behind his home, and this happened to only be 0.3 miles away from where Aiden Fucci lived. 7:08 p.m. is when the St. John County Sheriff's Department announces that the 13-year-old body of Tristyn Bailey was indeed the body that they had discovered at 6 p.m. He also explains that there is no further danger to the community now that her body was found. The following Monday morning at 3:33 a.m. is whenever cops decided to show up to Aiden Fucci's house and have a search warrant to search his bedroom, and the clothes that he was spotted in the video surveillance were on his bedroom floor, covered in blood. This is when they knew that he had something to do with this because he was the last person seen with her. So they arrested and booked him in the St. Johns County Jail. 11:45 a.m. that Monday morning is whenever Sheriff Hardwick announces that they have 14-year-old Aiden Fucci in custody for the second-degree murder of Tristyn Bailey. 8:30 a.m. that following Tuesday is whenever Aiden had his first court appearance in front of Judge Michael Orfinger, and it's unclear if he will be charged as an adult, or even if the second-degree murder charge will continue to remain the same charge, because as of right now we don't know any details if this was premeditated or if this really was an accident. We have no idea. But since we don't have any further details of the case at the moment, it is really, you really can't determine if it was premeditated or whatever to give him the first-degree murder charge. But it's also going to be hard because he is 14 years old. Like, he is still a young boy. Like, he is a child. The only reason his name was released to the public was because of the seriousness of the charge, even though he is a minor. So that concludes the timeline of events that we know so far, but there are further details about the case that aren't really included in the timeline that I'm about to say, and just kind of be prepared for it. The official cause of death for Tristyn Bailey was sharp force trauma by stabbing, and it has there's like no indication of sexual assault, even though there are rumors saying that she was sexually assaulted. All of her clothes were still found on, but that obviously doesn't mean anything. It is possible that could have happened, but that is not factual at the moment. We don't have any of that information, so we can't make that determination. Many citizens in the community are completely outraged that Aiden is 14 years old and they still haven't decided immediately he's going to be charged as an adult, because it's so hard because he is 14 years old. I know that's still old, but he's a preteen. He just started his teenage years. It is very hard to determine. I mean, his mind is still developing. It's crazy, but people are calling and completely outraged that he needs to be tried as an adult because he would be facing life in prison if he was. But in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is the one that determines the criteria if a child should be tried as an adult, and as of right now, murder is not in the criteria for Aiden Fucci to be tried as an adult. However, on change.org, there are over 600,000 signatures on a petition to be sure that Aiden should be tried as an adult, which that's not guaranteed that that's going to happen because there's so many signatures, but they're also bombarding and completely ripping the state attorney's phone lines apart because they're absolutely slammed with calls where people are just screaming at them to charge him as an adult. And I understand the outrage, but it's still a very fresh case. It could go so many different ways. Sheriff Hardwick also explains that this was indeed not an accident. This was horrific and horrible. He refuses to tell the number of how many times Tristyn was stabbed, but it was a ungodly number. He is calling her death a cold-blooded murder. So obviously this was not an accident. But the most gut-wrenching detail that I have saved for last, just kind of be prepared for it. Aiden decided to post to his Snapchat while he was sitting in the back of the cop car, and you can tell, and he's holding a peace sign, and he posted a caption of, "Hey, has anybody seen Tristyn lately?" Keep in mind, this was posted Monday, after he murdered Tristyn. I don't know when the context of this was, is if they were searching his room or talking to his parents before taking him into questioning and booking and stuff, but he was in the cop car, you can tell, because of the cage, and I'm just, it makes me want him to be tried as an adult, because it's almost like, he was last seen with her, and then he's gonna post something so sick like that. I don't think he's sorry at all for what he did. I don't think he's sorry at all. So when he was in front of the judge, it was a Zoom call. He's just fake crying. He's just fake crying. It is so vile, and it pisses me off. There have been 3 candlelight services in honor of Tristyn for the people who are horrified and grieving her loss. Yeah, it's just, this whole case is very sad because she was so young, and so was the suspect, the killer. Nobody deserves that. And we don't know the context behind as to why yet, but again, like I said, this is just the first part, giving the background story of what is going on with this case. So again, we'll be posting updates when there are updates. Hi, quick editing, me popping in. I filmed this video around 2 p.m. today. It is 2 a.m., so roughly 12 hours ago, and there's already updates. I found out that the state attorney's office has until May 31st to determine if Aiden is going to be tried as an adult or not. So that's roughly a week and a half to 2 weeks from now. And then also, there are a bunch of really disgusting trolls all over Tristyn Bailey's personal Instagram account. It's really weird that she now has like 200,000 followers. I think it's weird. Thousands of comments on all of her pictures. And there's also an Instagram account that is a Justice for Tristyn Bailey account. Those accounts are okay. People following a newly deceased 13-year-old girl, a minor, a child, following that account is really weird to me. It's okay for you to follow a justice account because most of those do updates and stuff too. But if you look on those comments and on those Instagram accounts, there are a few people that the police are looking out for because I don't know, they're commenting that they had sexually assaulted Tristyn, that it was because of what she was wearing. If she wouldn't have snuck out to be with Aiden, then none of this would have happened. Absolutely disgusting, but it is undetermined if they actually did anything to Tristyn. That is just stuff they're commenting. I think it's just stupid, gross boy jokes. Those are 2 updates that I know. I know that I mentioned in the video that there is no indication of sexual assault. That is still a thing. I don't believe that is a confession from the boys. I think they're just being stupid and trying to troll. 2 updates so far in a matter of 12 hours. Go look at those comments. There is a Justice for Tristyn Bailey account. Please go look at that one. Do not go to her personal account. I was only brought to the personal account because someone told me to go look into it for the video, but don't go follow her personal account. It's weird and it's not showing any type of respect at all. Anyways, yeah, there's the updates. Him posting to social media something so sick like that. What was that guy's name? Tyler Hadley. He literally murdered his parents and then posted to Facebook, hey guys, having a party tonight. And everybody was like, well, what about your parents? Like, will they find out? And he literally commented, trust me, they won't. Oh my god, people are so sick. Oh my god. Literally, whenever I read that, I could not believe what I was reading. He literally posted, trust me, they won't. And this was like not even an hour after he literally had murdered his parents. Let me know what y'all think about this case down below, and if y'all are interested in the video updates, because I will be happy to continue posting updates because I'm going to be following this case. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends. If this is your first video of seeing me, please be sure to check out my true crime playlist where I post every Thursday. And yeah, love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you Thursday. Bye.